Today we will speak about the activities, one of the most important activities that you as a MVP aspirant will pursue, which is creating blog posts. And today we will speak about original quality content, focusing on the blogging, okay? But I would like to start by speaking first about the definition. What does original means, okay? It's very important that you think that, get that in hand, that you should not do any plagiarism, okay? Even if you will become MVP unnoticed doing copy paste from someone else, it's easy to find out that you're cheating and you can be banned, okay? So please don't do that. No repeated content, and here I'm talking about how to install Sitecore, because that became a common joke in the community. As Sitecore 9 was released, it was very hard to install Sitecore 9 at those days, and there was a lot of every week I think there was a new article about how to install Sitecore 9, right? Those people who were doing how to install Sitecore articles were not participating of this exercise of this group, because you guys will learn a lot of tips that I will provide in this presentation for circumventing this problem, okay? So stay tuned. And also, what does original means? Also means that generates new value to the community, okay? And I will go through that in more details later, but it doesn't have to be 100% new subject. You doesn't need to be inventing a new thing, right? You can just be speaking about something trivial, but giving a different perception, a different angle, right? Must bring new information, your point of view. We'll go through that later. So again, I will just recapping. It doesn't need to be very complex. It doesn't need to be totally innovation. It can be about something trivial, but it must bring new information, must bring something that the whole community doesn't know or doesn't have handy, which is your contribution itself. So I want to give this very important hint here, folks. If you have an idea for a blog post, the first thing you should do is Googling it, okay? Google it, do a search. Here I have an example, a search about Sitecore, how to publish items. So if you find similar content, the most important is, it doesn't mean that you cannot write the article. You're just starting to write your article right now as you do this search, okay? Because the next thing you're gonna do is to read everything that you can find that has intersection with your idea, okay? So make sure that you read and you go through the things that you're reading, because the next step after reading that is you're gonna think about everything you read and your idea, okay? Can you offer something new? Maybe you can be offering a new point of view, a new interpretation from your angle. Maybe you are finding a code snippet that you develop. Nobody has that. You can provide that to the community. It can be a step-by-step that you put together. It can be a compilation of links, materials. It's just an example of things that you can, a better solution. Maybe the solution in the community is not good enough. It's not performatic. Is not elegant, right? Get in touch with others. That's important because you read, right? So maybe you read during the journey 10 articles and 2 of them are important for you. Maybe you have something else to say about that. It's very important, folks, that you get in touch. Try at least to get in touch with the author. Because if you do that, you are starting to interact with the community, and that's everything. That's the beginning of everything, of your reputation, okay? So you are getting in touch with the author. Of course, if you have something to say, Not just get in touch, hey, I love your article, ABC. No, but just, maybe come to the guy, make some questions, or maybe come to the guy and tell, hey, I got an idea about that. What do you think about XYZ? Maybe he will provide him his opinions for free, hopefully, and you're gonna enrich your application, your article, right? And the next step after that, you're gonna add references to your article, to existing material. Always with the context, of course, not just dropping URLs there, but why this is important? Because people want to be recognized, okay? If you get in touch with people, they are open to you and give you some guidance, some ideas. You write your material, you link to their existing material. You're being gentle by doing that. That person will be totally fine and happy with that. He will be actually happy because you're giving more credibility for his material. Okay? So I think the whole idea on these slides, folks, is that you should Google that because you should know what the community already knows before you think how can you contribute to that. And all those steps in the middle are things that you can do to contribute. Your angle, your perception, your summing with the authors of past blogs, and maybe adding more value to that by linking to existing material. So the next slide, we're gonna speak about what this quality means, okay? So previously we spoke about being original, and having being original means having your touch on that. Now let's speak about what quality means, okay? Very important. Cannot have quality if it's not original, okay? If you're doing repetition, another blog post about how to install Sitecore, it's not original and it's not gonna be quality. But it can be original and still be bad, okay? So you can be doing something original, nobody's talking about that, but it's still crappy. Quality doesn't mean complexity as well. I mentioned that previously. Something simple can have quality and something complex can be shitty, right? So stay tuned, folks. Quality means originality, but also means other things. And I will go through some of those things. Very important. To have quality, your article must address problems that are common, that are not well documented, maybe common problems that people are looking for, right? To have quality, it must be a hot topic. Sometimes it's not so hot topic, but if it can be useful for people, it will have quality. Demonstrates that you understand the topic. That's very, very important, that your article must show that you have invested your time, that you understand that topic, that you have invested your time to polish your article with correct wording, right? With good writing style. You should not be boring in your articles. You should not write as a robot. You should, be good to read, soft and nice to read. So you should use good formatting. Please don't underestimate that. Doing proper paragraphing and using bullet lists, using numbered lists, doing proper formatting is very important. If you have a good quality text, but I don't know, the text is not well formatted, everything is all together, it's hard to understand what is there, it will be hard to grasp your message, right? So make sure that you have the good formatting. No spelling errors, if you are spelling wrong words or wrong names, broken links, don't do that. Broken images, make sure you don't have anything like that. Right, and also make sure that the contribution that you put together works, of course, right? And it's not buggy, it's not broken, it's not invalid. Maybe it can be valid only for version 6, 7, 10, doesn't matter, but you have to specify that, right? Um, so, quality. Next, folks, I want to go through uh, blogging itself, okay? So far, the previous slides, we were speaking generally about original quality content. But now let's speak specifically about blogging, right? So blogging, it's something that everybody's doing, I guess. It's easy to do, but I will start to tell about how to host your blogs, right? If you already have one, you are okay, you'll be fine. But you can, if you don't, you should be starting looking for tools. Do your own research and pick the tool that you like most. You can host yourself, or you can do third-party hosting. But if you don't have one and you wanted to start quickly, folks, I want to give this hint here. You can already use LinkedIn articles, okay? LinkedIn articles gives you a very good interface to put together your article. You go to your profile and there's a write article button right there. It's free and indexable. It will be indexed in Google normally, and also gives you a RSS. So do that. If you don't have a blog right now, I recommend that you start blogging today, and using LinkedIn articles can be one option. And last but not least, you can also contribute to someone else's blogs, right? For instance, there's nothing wrong. I can write a post, and the post will be posted in someone else's blog. Okay, it's I know it's not common, but it can be done. It will be okay if you do that. You still can get the same public link if you have your name there. Make sure your name is mentioned as an article author, and then you'll be able to use that as an MVP application as well, right? And I want to quickly speak about the RSS feed, folks. So make sure your blog has an RSS feed, because then you will be able to people will be able to sign to your feed, and as soon as you have your blog published, a new post published, the RSS feed will let them know. Okay, so what you have on screen here is a Slack channel, in a Slack channel called #blog feed. So this channel is updated automatically from the RSS feed from everybody's in the community. Okay, so if you go to the blog feed, you'll see there's a lot of posts there from everybody in the community, and this is something easy. If you have a new blog post or existing blog together now, and you have RSS in place, I recommend that you reach out to any of the administrator in the Slack channel, and in the Slack Sitecore Slack chat, and ask to have your RSS added to this feed, because every time you post, your blog will be noticed here. Okay, so that's something to get in mind. Very important hint for the promotion. Okay, and speaking about blogging with quality, I would like to go through a few interesting tools here that you might want to know to write better posts. The first one is this amazing tool called Grammarly. If you don't know this tool, it's free. You can download, and it will start giving you a lot of good hints about how to improve your text while you are typing. It works with Word, it works with Chrome, and with multiple things, and it will start improving your text as you start using it. There is this one Hemingway app. which is very interesting one. Here's the URL. You can drop your copy paste your post there, and it will start telling you the parts in your article that are too hard to read. Okay, so you can start fragmenting and making it better to read by making your blog being easier to read and more easier, more simpler, more direct. If you need inspiration to write blogs things, you can go to this blog title generator. It will give you a lot of good suggestions for titles and engaging headlines as well with this share through tool, interesting one. So you can generate engaging headlines. Here it's a very interesting tool as well, where it's challenging you to try and express a hard idea using only the 100 most used words. It's an exercise to try and simplify your text, okay, with the whole purpose of making your message more easy to transmit. And last but not least, there is this cliche finder. If you, like me, hate cliches, you can use this tool to make sure that your text is free of cliches. All right, folks, and this is the last slide that I have today. Promoting your work, okay? After you have your blog written and published, I recommend that you put together a nice banner to promote your work. You can go the traditional way and use Photoshop or GIMP or other tools, but nowadays there are those new tools, online tools, that has hundreds and thousands of templates that you can start from and quickly put together. Banners like you see here. This is one that I made for one of my modules this year. And of course, obviously, make sure that you're choosing the right format for your media, right? If you're putting together a video, you can use the video format for thumbnails, LinkedIn posts, Twitter posts, etc. And after you have your polished post, well formatted one, simple to read, your beautiful banner, you can start promoting on social media, right? So you can start going to your timelines, Twitter, LinkedIn, Facebook, etc. Start posting your own timeline or looking for Sitecore groups. There are, for instance, in LinkedIn, on Facebook, there are other groups, communities that you can enter, join, and post to those people to see your blog posts. Make sure that you're tagging the right people, the co-authors, the people that you're mentioning, and also using the right hashtags to promote your stuff.